Actually, they started there in Kamakura as a language study house. That's why the room, they have a big board there in the wall. It was supposed to hang the kanjis and so on, the vocabulary, so they could learn Japanese. So at that moment, they have a lot of people coming to Japan, missionaries. And actually, that was one of the ideas of Father Arrupe, because in his time when he came also, and many others, they were not given much time to learn the language. I started 17, I was still a retreat house, but already kind of halfway, so to speak, not a full-time retreat house.
I've heard Japan province was going to close the retreat house in Kamakura. They cannot send any Jesuit to work there. Then I talked to Mr. Ricardo, that may be the good idea. So we entered into the discerning process. We had 3-4 meetings together. Mr. Ricardo, myself, and 2 other people who are involved in refugee support work. But in the beginning, it seems very difficult. Especially costs will be running very high. So we went to the provincial, Father Renzo at that time. It was very quick. Our province consultants agreed very quickly. So we started to run. So retreat house, Jesuit is lending the house. I could play a very small part, but it was good for me to at that point.
First, I went to Thailand, my first exposure trip. That is under the Jesuit program. I stayed 2 weeks in the village and exchange program with the students in the Bangkok. So that time I'm very shocked because that time first time I'm very hungry and very cold. I studied Thai language, but I stayed 2 weeks in the Kalen village. They could not speak Thai. So very much culture shock. So that I back to Japan. So I want to do something. I want to do something useful for my experience. That time I'm very shocked because I thought I'm friends of them, but they're not thinking like that. From that time, I'm very interested about Asia, so I went to the Philippines, also that time I could not go to the Vietnam, also I back to Thailand several times. So I'm thinking what I can do for Asia. Also, I mean what's not can do, but what's happening in the Asia. So I want to learn from them. I'm working in the Migrants Center under the Archbishop of Tokyo. That time the problem is housing. So among our staff, we pray what we can do, how to manage the housing. The one Jesuit that is in the group, that's Father Koyama. So he said, this convent will going to close. So I heard that time, so please ask the Jesuit Japan do something for the refugees. It's nice place, but a little bit far. Also very big compound, but this building is old. But this is a religious place, so if people live here, maybe it's nice for the refugee, peaceful place also, also safety place. COVID become like a chance because we started slowly. The people also want to do something because that we cannot go out, we cannot go to the move. We started slowly. Also, people want to join this activity. From my experience, the necessary place or necessary things, necessary activity that God will help. That's my faith. I had a chance to spend 4 years in the Philippines as a missionary. That time I learned a lot because I stayed in the Bedpua village in the Mindanao, in the south of the Philippines. They strongly believe the God. Also, I learned from Thailand, also that I learned much from the Philippines, also their strong faith. I'm not supporting the people. God will supporting through me. Yeah, that's something like that's my faith. So I just believe in God. Yeah, this place is very nice, but this is not enough for the refugee in Japan. I want make more hope place because most of the refugee that they came here is like hopeless. Yeah, they have many bad experience, so that I want give them like hope. So I want to make this place for hope.
My name is Yuka Komatsura. I have been working for Arrupe Refugee Center since 2022. I joined here and I am working as a settlement support coordinator to take care of our residents here. And currently we are doing outreach too, so I'm in charge of that too. We live with refugees and we share the life here. So I don't want to use to take care because it sounds like from the top to down. Sharing life, accompaniment. But sometimes they really we need to provide support for administration because many of them in need of medical support, and also children need education. And for those who have visa while waiting for the decision of the refugee recognition process, some of them have visas. Those who can register as residents, of course, we have to do the administrative procedures. So we support this kind of settlement process to go to city hall and to go to school, to go to hospitals, and sometimes we have to arrange special measure for those who don't have visa to have medical services. Yeah, this is one thing. And another thing is like in daily life, many things happens in a shelter. Sometimes disagreement occurs, and sometimes unexpected incidents happen. So we take care of that. And also, moreover, everyone has significant suffering in their hearts. They left their families in their home countries, and also many of them cannot see their future here because process is taking time. Many of them are already denied one time in the procedure or a second time, and some of them are in the case at court. So they cannot see any promising future. For them, we cannot do much, but being together and spending time, eating together, celebrating their birthday. Yeah. And of course we get angry together and cry together. So in that way we want to recover the dignity that's heart that was damaged by what happened in their past. So, and slowly, in that way, we become like a family, friends and family in Japan for them. Yeah. We have Asians, Africans, and some from Russia and Ukraine we used to host, and stateless person too. And also we have sexual minority too. So the background is very diverse. And it's a very big challenge to live with such a diversity. But it's also a joy, big joy. And residents communicate in Japanese sometimes. And even without common language, somehow they communicate each other through body language. And even they are talking their own languages, different languages, but they can communicate. I witnessed such blessing moment. Yeah, communication is not only by language, but being ourselves. And everyone experienced pain. So that's the common things to be shared. And that's why they understand each other. Of course, sometimes they bump each other, but reconcile in a way. Of course, it's taking some time, but that's the way how we live, how we make peace.
Everything turns, everything flows. In endless motion, the circle goes. From galaxies, vast, to the smallest cell, the rhythm of life, its story to tell. The stars that spin in cosmic grace, the tides that rise, the moons that chase. Planets dance in orbits wide, bound by circles, side by side. A raindrop falls, a river sways. The ocean drinks, the sun relays. Mist ascends to clouds on high, then falls again. No end, no why. A seed is buried, a tree will rise. It blooms, it fades, then earth reclaims. Yet from the ground, new birds appear. The circle whispers, never fear.
Hello, John.
My hope is that all of this situation will take end one day, and I will live a good life. I hope that, because everything are the beginning and the end. All things. I hope when the things finished, I will see again my children and my family, and will be happy together.
Actually, I would say that it's one of the best ways we have in the province of entrusting something we have. And it's still working properly, because, I mean, actually that's something that we would like to do if we had people and so on, like we have our social center and so on in Tokyo and in Shimonoseki and so on. So it's a kind of extension of that, and also run by lay people, so it also goes very well with the lines of the society nowadays, collaboration with lay people and also helping the poor and so on. So in that sense, it's one of our best movements, in that sense of getting something, working with the people, but also collaborating in the work of the mission in Japan. So in Japan, Arrupe is not that much known for this social work. It's much more known because of the atomic bomb, Hiroshima, the work there and so on. And because it was first the vice provincial, then the provincial, then the general and so on. But that's much a local thing. I mean, the Jesuits know him and respect him and so on, but most of the people around, they don't know much about him. But I mean, because of the content of the Kamakura Refugee Center and so on, they said this was what Arrupe would have liked to have and so on.